right, girls. Well, we rehearsed.
To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box. To the left, in the closet. That's my stuff. Yes, if I bought it, say, don't touch.
Girl, we sound mad good.
What's good, what's popping, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Chiiiiile I, and thank you so much for tuning into yet another episode of Everything Lelona, where we talk about everything and anything. Yeah. Now, if you are new here, welcome, baby. I really hope that you'll enjoy this video. That will make you hit the subscribe button somewhere over here. And if you are a regular subscriber, a gang, say one, what's good, what's up, what it's bitch. I really hope that you are well and that you are taking care of yourself. Okay, so we are back with a brand new video, a brand new story time. Now, this is going to be the first video of Vlogtober because we are in October, yeah. So it's Vlogtober, and I really went back and forth with myself with the idea of doing Vlogtober. And one thing I was sure about is that I won't be able to upload videos on a daily basis. So if I'm going to do Vlogtober, I'm definitely going to do a revised version of Vlogtober, my own version of Vlogtober. So I will be posting videos much more frequent than I used to. So if I normally post one video a week, right now I'll post a minimum of 2 videos in 1 week. Okay, so that is the only way I can be able to do Vlogtober. So this brings us to this first story time. Now, this story time is a story time that happened years ago, okay? And it's a story time about a father and son duo. And it happened that the father was a pastor of a church. The son was the worship team leader of that church. So if you are interested and excited for this story time, please give this video a huge thumbs up. Comment down below, subscribe to my channel, share my videos, super thanks me. And most importantly, like I always say, something ginnable, something drinkable, something like a wine, something like an alcohol, something, man. Yeah, man? So that we all flow in one accord. So without wasting anyone's time, let's get into this video. So like I said, this story time happened years ago, and I think this was in the year 2014, right? So at the time, I was still a student, I was still staying in Pretoria. And me being a student and still staying in Pretoria, this was during the time where I still sang with a certain gospel group. So I was still singing with that group, right? And I was going to a church that our music director was going to. So basically, I went to this church, and then that's when I started singing for this gospel group, because the music director of that group also went to church with me. Yeah, boy. So I started singing at church, and then I joined the group, and that was the history, right? Now, this one time, one Sunday, very, very random, on a random Sunday, I just decided I'm not going to my church today. I'm going to a different church. I've been hearing so many good things about this church, how the worship there, the praise and worship slaps, how the pastor is on fire. And I'm like, I want to experience that. And this was during the time where I was like really, really deep into church, right? Sharp. So the church is in Sunnyside, and I decide, hey man, let me just go and visit this church. So I went. So obviously, you know, when you walk into a new church, you don't know where to sit, you don't know anything. So when I walked in, one of the ushers was like, are you new? I was like, yeah. That lady literally took me from the door and put me right at the front. Like I was literally sitting there at the front. I think this was the worship team here, and then it was me. Like this is where I was sitting, like literally front row and center. Okay, sharp. So iqale ke iservice bekwenziwe ke prayers, intercession and what. Then it was time for praise and worship. different people started singing. And then this cute boy, very cute, I'm not gonna say a man because he was like my age, yeah, boy. Very cute boy, cute thing, man, very cute. Remember also, I was very young at the time. How old was I in 2014? I'm not even sure. If I'm 32 now, how old was I in 2014? You do the math. So, wait, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think it was 21, if not 22, right? Yeah. But that's besides the point. But all I'm trying to say is I was still very, very, very young as well. So I'm 21, 22 at the time. And this boy is more or less in the same age as me. So he was part of the worship team as well. So he comes from the back and then he takes his stance and he starts singing. So abanye were doing praise, making us dance and what. Now this boy is going to make things serious. He's about to worship the Lord. Okay? So he starts getting with worship. He sings. Beautiful, amazing voice. And at some point, our eyes locked, right? So while he was singing, he looked at me and I looked at him and I was like, okay, you kind of cute, you know? You're like kind of a cute boy. So he looks at me and then he looks away again, he sings. And then he kept looking at me, So now while he's singing, at some point he was singing, I don't know what song, but it's a song about I love you, I can't live without you, like nothing without you. And he's looking at me, yeah, and I'm like, are you singing to me? Are you singing I'm nothing without you? Can't live without you. I'm nothing without you. I said, this boy is definitely singing to me. And I'm there like, nothing without you. So I'm literally looking at this boy dead in the eye and he's looking at me dead in the eye. But nothing happened there because the service went and then it was time to then hand over to the pastor. Now when the pastor stepped on stage, when umfundisi wakhona stepped on stage, Silver Fox, oh my God, that was a man. That man walked up onto that stage with so much dignity. Had a chiscop and a grey beard. Beard yake salt and pepper beard and grey bald head and beautiful dark melanated skin and so yila aesthetic and like this man works out because great body man fundisi ever. So he walks up on stage and he starts sharing the word of God and he preaches and I'm like I've always had a thing for men of the cloth. I don't know. You know how they say anointing is very attractive? I think that is the thing. I was so attracted to that man. I'm like, oh my God. Obviously, I could see the wife sitting there, same row as me, So I'm like, okay, this is his wife, so he's married. And in my head, obviously, I'm not thinking about maybe this man might be doing boys. So my attraction was just like, ooh, sexy. I don't think also I was like attracted on some, I want to smash. But I was just looking at him thinking, sexy, right? Sharp. Okay, service, and then at the end of the service, I went home, right? Sharp. At the time, I used to work out and gym a Virgin Active in Sunny Park, Sunnyside. So, the following Monday after the service on Sunday, I went to the gym in the morning, or was it afternoon? I think in the afternoon after school, because I just come back from school. After school, I went to the gym and I start working out. I work out. Then I think I moved from like where the treadmills were and then I went over to the side lay weights, right? Lo and behold, who I see by the side le weights, sitting in one of the machines that you work out with. So there's like a part there where you can do circuit workouts. So he's sitting at one of those machines, and I look at this boy. I'm like, this is the boy from yesterday, right? It's the guy that was singing at the church. And I'm like, oh, hey, cutie. So I'm looking at him like, oh, here's that cutie from yesterday. So I work out as well. So I'm like, okay, let me also sit down your circuit, yabo. I sit there, and then, so he's on this side, I'm on this side. We're working out, and then we like kept looking at each other, giving each other some glances and stuff like that. And then eventually, this boy stands up, comes over to me. He's like, I saw you yesterday at church, didn't I? I'm like, yeah, you did. We start talking, Kenyan. He introduces himself. He's like, hi, my name is Jacob, right? So he's like, my name is Jacob, and yeah, man, I saw you at church. Was it your first time there? I've never seen you before. So we talk. Now I'm giving him compliments about, oh my God, you can sing. And then so at some point during our conversation, I also like tell him, but also reason why I was complimenting you on the fact that you can sing is also because I also really love music. I'm part of a gospel group. We talk. But in this conversation, I could see from this boy's mannerism that this boy is gay, right? Ike Dayam was here. It was literally on full blast saying gay. Yeah, but he's gay. So I was sure, I was certain, I was definite. There was absolutely no one who could tell me differently about that this boy is not gay. So I'm like, I asked, so I was like, Yazini, here, just shoot your shot. If he turns it down, you just will never go back to his church. Yeah. I'm like, if he turns me down, I am never going to go back to his church again, ever. So I'm like, so what are you doing after gym? No. It's like, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm like, okay, cool. Do you want to grab something to eat? We can go to Spur and like grab something to like eat. There was a Spur on the same floor as a Virgin Active Estani Park. So I'm like, no, after gym we can like go to Spur, grab something to drink, something light to eat. No. Are you up for that? It's like, yeah, cool. Sharp. We get to Spur. We talk. Obviously now the conversation it no longer has a facade of, oh, I sing church. No. Now we're like, so what's up? Tindo yako, what's your role? You understand? So those who don't know, by another gay guy, what's your role? I'm basically asking you if you're top, bottom, or versatile. Yeah, bo? So he's like, no, I'm bottom, and we're not. I'm like, no, I'm versatile. No. So he's like, oh, that's a good thing. Yeah, what? Sharp. So now, obviously, there's common ground here. So he's a bottom, I'm versatile. So it means I'm going to have to top this nigga. And that's what I initially thought when I saw him. I saw a twink, I saw a cute boy with you, and I was like, there's absolutely no way I'm getting penetrated by this nigga. I'm definitely penetrating him. Yeah, mom? Sharp na bikont. We eat, we drink. So he ordered a Savannah, and I was like, hey, Mzalwane. He's like, but now, Mzalwane, but here you are drinking a Savannah. So, guys, we drank. Yeah, but we like had a couple of drinks, and then this boy asks me, where do I live? I say, I live in Arcadia. Where do you live? He says, I live here in Sunnyside. He points, one at space points, that's my apartment there. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Then this boy asked me, do you want to come back to my apartment with me? Obviously, I want to nut. Obviously, I want to this boy, and I'm gonna say okay. So I said, yeah, sure. Yeah, bro. We pack up, we pay our bill, and we go to this boy's apartment. We get there. We did not waste time. I was here. Like Jonga, I shem. Damn, I tear him apart. I tear him in half. Damn vitiza shem dana bandu. Damn vitiza shem. Damn vitiza. Yeah, ba vitiza. Like To a point where this boy caught feelings. This boy caught feelings. Everywhere he would like, he was texting me literally every single day, all day long. Oh, when are you coming back? No. So that became a thing for us. We started working out together. And then after gym, I'd go to his place with Smash. He had a flatmate at the time. So we smashed everywhere. Okay? We smashed everywhere in that apartment. We were like nobody's business. Now, guys, a couple of weeks later, him and I are still a thing. We're still good. We're not dating. We're just smashing. We are not in a relationship. Him and I, we do go out and like eat out together, but I'm my boyfriend. We just smash. That's all we do. Now we had a show, so I invited him to our show, right? I said, do you want to come to my show? He's like, yeah, cool. So I gave him a ticket and also a ticket +1. So I said, here's your ticket, you can bring someone. So during the show, I'm on stage, obviously I'm facing the door. I saw him walk in, and when he walked in with the pastor. So in my head I was like, wait, that's the pastor from that church. I'm like, that's the pastor from that church. And this boy obviously sings worship to me, so maybe he like invited his pastor. They were ushered in, they sat, the show continued. Kwamnandi, guys, kwamnandi in the presence of the Lord. Hallelujah. 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 Kwamnandi, guys, I don't want to lie. The show was amazing. Now, at the end of the show, obviously, like people, like we do meet and greet with, so we're greeting people that we know, we go to people that we invited to the show, thanking people like for coming to the show. Then I go to Jacob and the pastor. I'm like, oh, thank you so much for coming. I shake the pastor's hand, and then I shake Jacob's hand. So I'm looking at it like, should I hug him? Should I not? Like, we just shake hands, We shake hands, and then Jacob is like, oh, by the way, this is my dad. I'm like, wait, what? The pastor is your dad? So it's like, this is my dad. He's the pastor at my church. So I'm like, oh, nice to meet you. I did come to your church on this day. He's like, yeah, I think I saw you. You were sitting in front. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, thank you so much for coming to the church. Maybe we'll see you again. I'm like, well, actually, I go to this church because the show was at my church. I'm like, I go to this church, but I came to visit. But I will be a frequent visitor because Jacob and I are friends. So we look at each other and we smile. He looks at Jacob and he's like, So during this whole conversation, pastor then says, Ukuba, hi man Jacob, I think we should have this group come and like sing and minister at our church. Don't you think you guys would be up for that? I'm like, yeah, that would be great, because the more churches we go to, the more publicity we get as a group, the more exposure we get as a group. So I'm like, yeah, cool, yeah, I think we'd love that. No. He's like, who can I liaise with to make that happen? So I'm like, no, you can talk to me directly, and then I'll get it organized and we'll be at your church whenever you are ready, And that was the end of this conversation. Then they walk out. After they walk out, pastor comes back, and he comes back alone. He's like, oh, by the way, I forgot to take your number. Please give me your number. I gave him my number because pastor needs to liaise with me regarding us performing or ministering at his church. Right? That's what I was thinking. Guys, it wasn't long. I get a message saying, hey, this is Josh. No, Kubani Tata. Ati. Hey, this is Joshua. And I'm like, Joshua. And then he sends a picture. Now, the picture he sends is low-key a thirst trap because he was at the gym. He's topless, he's wearing a tracksuit as ants, and he's sweaty, and it's like, me, Joshua, I got your number at the show. So I'm like, oh yes, Mang's dad, yabo. And then he's like, yeah. So, and I'm thinking to myself, why did you introduce yourself as Joshua to me? Why did you say Pastor Mang? Why are you saying Joshua? So I must refer to you as Joshua. Yabo. So I'm thinking, what? Why? Why is he saying his name is Joshua? Also, why is he sending me this kind of a picture? Brother, pastor, send me a sanctified picture, please. Don't send me a thirst trap up in this motherfucker because I'm going to get thirsty. And when I am parched, I'm going to need something to quench this thirst. And you look like something that can quench this thirst. So, you guys, I'm sure you can definitely tell where this story is going already. Remember, Jacob and I are still hooking up, right? We're not an item, we're not a couple, we're nothing like that. Nothing of that sort. Then comes Pastor Josh. Pastor Joshua is now telling me, Ukuba, I am Pastor Joshua, I am Joshua to you. And this is who I am. So it's like, so I'm like, okay, cool, okay. Let's continue. So I'm like, okay, oh yes, Mfundisi. Yeah, Bob. He says, hi man, don't call me Mfundisi, I'm Joshua. Excuse me, I'm Joshua. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, man, you. So he starts complimenting our group, and then after that, he starts complimenting me individually. But yo, I was really taken by the song you were singing. You have a very beautiful voice. What? No, thank you so much. Ati, you're also a very beautiful human being. Hey, come on, I can go. I'm like, oh, thank you so much, Mfundis. So now, at this point in time, guys, in 2014, as much as I was in the industry, but I was not someone that was like I didn't know things, right? So if someone was like, especially in this instance where it's the father of someone I'm hooking up with, and this father happens to be a pastor of the church, I was like, I'm not sure if I want to go in that direction and do things with someone like that. I really respected the position yake as a pastor, and I was like, this man is married, I'm young, Yes, I've been with like older men, but married men, I wasn't doing married men at the time. I wasn't dating. I wasn't even open to the idea of dating married men. Or was I? I think I wasn't. Sharp. So, Haibo, Sana, I'm also a beautiful human being. Oh, thank you so much, Mfundis. Thank you so much. You will tell me. So, yes, I want to change the conversation from Indaba Yokuba. He's giving me compliments. I'm like, oh, you'll tell me whenever you are ready to have us come to your church. So please let me know like at least a week or 2 weeks prior to when you want us to come, so that I can be able to organize everyone. And thank you so much again, and good night. Divale conversation. I am going to have this conversation I want to have with you. Anbuze Jacob, and how do I know Jacob? How long have I known Jacob? What? So now I'm like, no, I met Jacob I first saw Jacob when I went to your church, and then I met him again at the gym. We started talking about stuff, and we realized that we've got a lot of things in common, like music, blah 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 blah. And then he's like, oh, okay, so how close are you with Jacob? I'm like, yeah, so let me downplay his relationship here. I'm not Jacob, because I wasn't going to tell his father that we were fucking. So I'm like, no, man, Jacob is like, we're not really that close of friends. He's an acquaintance. I just started to get to know him now. I haven't known him for a long time. It's been like a couple of weeks since him and I started talking as friends and what. So he's like, oh, okay, cool. So I was like, no, I would love to also get to know you. But in my head, I'm like, you are close to 50 and you want to get to know a 21-year-old. What's going on? What's cooking oil? Hey, Komba. He's like, oh, okay, no, I'm very much open to also getting to know you. waqala wazichaza. So he starts talking about himself, telling me about himself, starts sending pictures as well. So whenever he's like talking about him going to the gym, he sends gym pictures. Whenever he's talking about him traveling abroad, he sends me pictures of him abroad. So he's like telling me his life story. And now I'm also interested now. Okay, where is this going? Where is this going? Where is this going? So eventually he asks me about my sexuality, and I'm like, shit, what am I gonna say? Because if I do say to this guy I'm gay, is he going to try and like pray for me, rebuke me, and what? Or is he gonna be like, I'm down with gays? Yeah, but so I'm like thinking to myself, what do I say to this man? So did I'm like it's a journey. I'm like on this journey of self-discovery. I've realized lately that I like different things to the norm, and I'm still like exploring what it means to be me. What lotata. If everything we say in this conversation is going to remain here, you are not going to tell Jacob about this conversation or anything I've shared with you. So now I'm thinking, you don't even know me. Yet, I must not tell Jacob about what. Did you come like, oh, okay, what's up? He's like, I like boys. Did you come like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, tell me more. So, tell me more, Gesan. I remember when I first saw you at my church, and I looked at you and I was like, I don't know who this person is, but I was so taken by you. I was so drawn to you. Hey, what the magama amakhulu la tata? What the magama amakhulu bana? I'm drawn to you. I'm attracted to you. Hi. This is brand new to me. This is brand new to me. Remember, guys, this is literally a day after our show. Our show was on Friday. This is now on Saturday. And Antoni, I'm at my place. No. He's like, oh, okay. Where is your place? I'm like, I live in Arcadia. Artist, send me your address. I want to talk to you face to face. Hey, khona into ezakwenzeka and inkulu into ezakwenzeka. Yeva? But now hayisuka, you can't call out a bad bitch, because a bad bitch like me is going to respond accordingly. So I responded accordingly. I sent my address and I said, when you're downstairs, call me and then I'll come and pick you up so that we can come to my place. You understand? I'm like, call me, I'll come down, I'll fetch you, we go up to my place, because you are definitely going to my place, inside my place, because because you can't trick me. You cannot trick me. So nyani ke afike, I went downstairs, I went to fetch him. Nangena no pastor sayohlala endlini, sancokola. And I did not end there. Eventually, we started kissing. He started, like, he spoke a lot about his own life and how he got to the point akuyo ngoku, and how his feelings have always been there. His feelings for boys have always been there. It's been something he's been trying so hard for a very long time to suppress, but akakwazi. So he ends up doing things with boys on the side, and then after he's done, he regrets it, blah blah blah. But now, the same way that I'm on a journey of discovery, he's also on his own journey and also on his own quest of discovery. So with that, I fucked the pastor. Like, okay, he fucked me, right? And I was still fucking his son, and while we are laying in bed, he asks me about Jacob. He's like, are you and Jacob also doing this? I said no. Like, there was absolutely no way I was going to admit to this man that I'm also your son. Yeah, bro? So I'm like, no. Jacob and I are just friends. And then I asked, do you suspect that he's also playing for the same team? He's like, looking at this one, he's also playing for the same team. And you know what? Wayemandi uJacob. Wayemandi uPastor Josh as well. That's like father like son. That's like father like son. So I continued fucking with the father, and I continued fucking with the son. And yeah, my father, the son, the Holy Spirit. Yo, was that blasphemous? Oh yes, but you know what I mean. You know what? So that continued for like a couple of months up until I was like, ishady land. Now one thing about me, can guilt in Baba Msinyane. Guilt in Baba Msinyane, so yan bamba. And I said, you have to break it with one of these two. So I broke things off with the father first. I broke it off with Pastor Josh. And then I started dating someone. So I had to break things off with Jacob. Jacob, as time goes on, there was a lot happening, because as time goes on, I started dating someone else and someone else and someone else. And then I started dating Ichomika Jacob. Jacob was livid because Jacob still wanted us to like do stuff, even though me and his friend were in a relationship, but he also wanted me on the side. And I was like, I can't do that. Not with you and your friend. And that was the end of things between Jacob and I, between Joshua and I. And I was like, what in the father and son duo is this, chair? So that's the story. If you enjoyed it, please give it a huge thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, share my video. Super thanks me do the absolute most. So let's continue the conversation. Let's give me video suggestions down below, because in this month of October, I'm going to need you. Okay, I'm really going to need you guys to like pull through for me. So video suggestions, what you want to see during Vlogtober. Do you want to see vlogs? Do you want to see sit down videos with my friends? What do you want to see? Suggest all of that in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.